Let's hear it.
My bridesmaid / cousin, Ella, is going to be in my wedding party in June. The ongoing issue is that my wedding has a blue and green peacock theme, and guests have been asked to follow this color scheme with their clothes.
Oh, fuck you.
Okay, that's...
Fuck you already.
Hair wasn't originally included at all in the color scheme, but my cousin Ella has natural, bright ginger hair. I would never ask someone to permanently change their hair for my wedding. I know that would be bonkers, so I suggested some temporary hair dye.
But this is where it's going.
Fuck her. Oh, no.
But Ella argued that she's been growing her hair for 6 years and doesn't want to risk the color not washing out. I thought this was ridiculous. Because it literally says it washes out in like 14 washes. But Ella says because her hair is completely natural color, it might take strongly to her hair.
Or she just doesn't fucking want to do it, you asshole.
Also, hair dye, no matter how temporary, permanently changes the texture, the color, the healthiness of your hair. Like, it just does. Dye my hair.
Is that an editor's note right there?
That was me. That was all me. Sorry. I don't usually pitch in, but I just...
It needed to be said.
Settle down, Christy.
Now who's going off the rails?
Said.
You don't fuck with natural hair. If that's the thing.
And she's a natural red.
I know. Like, that's the hottest color you could have for hair. Saying.
So I gave up on that avenue, and I suggested a wig. It is...
What the fuck? Is this a CW show?
Like, are you kidding? Are you kidding? She suggested she wear a wig. Seriously.
One single day. And there are some amazing wigs these days. I had a look on Instagram, and you wouldn't even be able to tell. But she said she would feel self-conscious and weird wearing a wig, and that because her hair is butt length, that it might sit weird on her head. So,
oh my God, it would never fucking fit her head.
So she won't dye it, and she won't cover it up. I really don't want to come across as a bridezilla, but butt-length flaming red hair will destroy the wedding photos and ruin the color scheme completely.
Listen, they got this thing
what
now
if she
called
suggests
Photoshop.
that she just does like an updo? Just does like some sort of updo where she like makes her wear like a hat maybe or something.
Hat?
I mean, only if everyone else is also wearing hats.
Alter her actual fucking hair.
Yeah, that's true.
I'm at a loss. I can't cut her from the wedding because my mom would murder me, but I can't have freaking Merida ruining the photos. Am I the asshole for asking this of her for just one single day?
Yeah.
Certainly are.
Merida. Oh, wait, we don't have a theme song this week.
Oh, no!
That's bro. We're gonna get copyright flag. We're gonna get copyright flag.
No. It's different. It's got that little ding in it.
Din 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 din.
It's a little ting.
Yeah, it's different.
That's what makes it different.
It's different.
Copyright free. You ain't gonna get tagged. You know, the fucking Beatles aren't gonna come after us. I mean, well, for a number of reasons. But anyways, hello everybody, and welcome to the internet's favorite game show. This is Don't Be an Asshole, the show where we go out into the internet, we round up a whole bunch of a-holes, and we throw a little judgment down, we hear some stories, we tell some tales,
and
we have some fun.
By we, you mean I.
You,
find all of those assholes.
Yes. Gathered up by one. And then gathered by one, enjoyed by all.
Levin's starting to understand why you're not in charge anymore.
Yeah.
You know, like, I came in
worry.
hot with a new theme song. Listen, I'm not even the musical one. Granted, I do have an article published about music learning, but, you know. I'm pretty sure half of the show.
List your resume there,
I'm pretty sure half of the show was in a
Tell us
band
more.
once. So maybe some of the more musically inclined folks
All my shit's in boxes. I don't know what to tell you.
I don't
we
have a piano anymore.
We have no things.
Well,
Wait, what happened to the piano?
Get some
what
spoons.
happened to it?
It's in storage presently.
Oh,
Well, what's storage? Like a locker?
No,
You put it in like
it's at a friend's
locker?
house.
A friend's house.
It's at a friend's house.
Oh, okay.
is that a locker?
I don't know. One of those.
Davy Jones.
Davy Jones. All the monkeys had lockers.
Yeah. Can you lift your microphone up, by the way? Thank you.
Like that?
You even lift, bro.
That's actually a lot better.
Oh,
Cool.
okay.
Yeah.
How about that?
So,
Anywho.
folks, welcome to Don't Be an Asshole. Thanks for stopping by. If you don't know, like I said at the top of the show, this is the show where we do some fun stuff. We make fun of people. We judge people. We hear some stories. And Christy,
We
would
do
you
fun
Bergman
stuff
with
with
a,
it?
by the way,
music history
yeah.
month.
we never did intros. You know, why am I in charge of this show?
We told you not to be.
Yeah, we really
You
tried.
insist-
Here's the
on
thing,
being a
you
co-host.
let me
You keep
every week.
doing
You just
it
keep coming
anyways.
back, and you just continue to let me.
Mm,
But I'm Kevin Graham, by the way.
I'm Christy.
I'm Blakely K.
And I'm Jason X.
Christy, would you like to give us the rules of the show so I can stop
Please.
talking?
I would.
Listen,
Let
okay,
us know
I'm not
what
going
we're
to talk
doing tonight, guys.
I'm not going to talk for the rest of the show. How
No,
about that?
you can't do that.
No, I'm not going to
You
talk.
can't do
Starting
that.
now, I'm not going to talk for the rest of the show.
You got to give your judgments.
Okay.
That is true. I do have to give
What's our
judgments.
theme?
I'm not going to talk anymore. Immediately starts talking.
But she made a good point.
Christy, what's the show about?
What are we doing tonight?
have got 4 stories, all
Yes.
themed around our theme tonight, Howdy Neighbor.
Howdy, neighbor.
Nice.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
fitting.
That is
Yeah.
very
Yeah.
fitting.
So
We-
we are going to talk about neighbors,
Mm.
and we are going to determine which neighbor is an asshole. So I'll read you the
Ooh.
title, and you will make a snap judgment on the author of the story, and then I will read the rest of the story, and then you will reassess and determine who the true asshole in the story is.
This is
Ooh.
great. I grew up in apartments, and I always had shitty assholes. So yes.
Can we tell some tales about some asshole neighbors?
I almost forgot. I
She
think it was last
probably even
night.
showed her asshole.
Oh, jeez.
From
Either
She
last
probably
night
did.
or the night before, I was woken up to neighbors fighting, and I got like
wait,
flashbacks.
when?
Like in the middle of the night.
Where was I?
Sleeping.
Okay,
Didn't you have some OnlyFans neighbors? at
Well,
one
yeah,
point?
that's the one that was showing her asshole. one
allegedly.
time.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. I've heard stories. I had to yell at the guy a number of times.
You didn't have a subscription? You weren't supportive?
I mean, we could
You
have
had to creep
definitely.
on her to tell her
Listen,
that she's doing the
we
wrong
brought
thing.
them
and
a
you were
pumpkin
going to tell
cake-
her family.
We offered them pumpkin bread
Tune in
when
to-
they first
to
moved
previous
in.
shows for that one.
They were really shitty about it.
Mhm.
That was the end.
Mm.
That was
Yeah.
the end of that
Well,
potential.
We definitely could
avenue.
have written into "Am I the asshole?" a few times.
Okay. Well, let's see how your judgment is about neighbors.
Yeah.
All right.
Hey.
Here's story number 1. Am I the asshole for not wanting a baby to sleep in my room?
A baby.
A baby.
A
See,
baby.
a baby would
A baby.
would lead me to
Not
believe
my baby.
someone else's baby.
That's correct.
Why would a neighbor's baby?
A neighbor's baby?
No,
Just like
love
Three
it.
Men and a
Here's the
Baby?
thing: they accepted the pumpkin bread, but they were like really shitty about it.
We gave our neighbors a homemade cheesecake one year for shoveling our driveway.
That's wonderful.
We're good neighbors.
Yeah,
we're
you're
good
great
neighbors.
That's
It took
great.
6
gonna-
hours
they're
to
gonna
make
miss
that cheesecake. So
Yeah, they're not the one that are very happy that we're leaving.
no, they're very upset.
They're very upset.
They
Oh.
said they were gonna spy on the people that come and look at our house.
We told them not to
Oh,
do that.
okay.
Like, please don't do that.
But I'm gonna say no. This person is not the asshole for.
I'm
not
also
wanting
gonna
a
say
baby
no.
to sleep in their room.
because it is a baby.
Hey, baby. You
Why
don't
didn't they
know
just
whose
put
baby
the
that
in the
is?
corner? They should have just put the baby in the corner.
Yeah.
If this turns out to be a family member's child that they could have easily said my niece or something, I'm going to be very mad at them
I'm gonna also
because
say
they called them a baby in the beginning.
No.
And that just makes them more of an asshole.
no, they're not. They're not a baby.
Okay.
Or no, they're not.
They're
an
not a
asshole.
baby.
They're not a baby.
They're not a
Correct.
baby.
Baby.
Oh, well, maybe
Wait,
they are, baby.
Could the baby be the asshole?
Whoa, that'd be Inception.
Whoa.
I
No,
mean,
babies
don't
can't be
Inception.
assholes. They're all just the way they are.
Eh.
Natural assholes.
Christy with an I? What?
Cool, man.
Okay.
Hi, Mike.
Cool.
How's it going?
Hi.
Anyway, the story.
Yes.
I live in Dallas, and we're going through hell because of this winter storm.
Did that baby shoot JFK?
Wait. Oh, shit.
Are you okay?
Did it? Wait, is this baby Ted Cruz's dad, allegedly?
I thought you said you were going to talk, Kevin.
What
well,
kind
yeah,
of
I'm not
time traveling weird?
Okay, I'm not going to talk for the rest of the show. Sorry.
Great Scott.
All right. 2 no's and a yes.
My family's house had to deal with rolling blackouts for the past few days, but yesterday is the day that it looked like our power was back on for good, which led to my mom inviting our neighbors to stay with us. For whatever reason, their power hasn't been on for the past few days, and my mom invited them to stay with us without even consulting anyone else in the family. These neighbors have 3 kids, one of which is a baby who's only a few months old, and out of nowhere, my mom told me that the baby and its crib were going in my room.
Ooh.
That pissed me the fuck off, since she didn't even ask how I felt about that. But she wouldn't listen to my protests. She never does. She's like the mom from Malcolm in the Middle.
Is this person like 13?
They're like 13.
Yeah,
They're very upset.
They're a young child.
And this happened like last week.
This was last week, yes.
This was last week.
It's very timely.
Last night I was trying to get to sleep, but the fucking baby was being noisy.
Oh, no.
She wasn't crying. She was just making random baby noises, and I couldn't deal with it. She eventually fell asleep, and so did I, but then she started crying, which woke me up. The parents came in and started consoling the baby back to sleep, but I was still up when the baby woke again and started making more baby noises. I decided to take action of my own. I ended up moving the crib into my sister's room, and when she started crying again, it was definitely better for me. But I heard a bunch of confusion in the hallway. The baby's mom was wondering why the crib was in my sister's room, and I just pretended to be asleep. But my mom slammed my door open and immediately called me out. This led to a giant argument between me and her in the hallway. I was arguing that it's not fair that the baby sleeps in my room, but once again, my fucking bitch mom already decided that she was in the right and that she's not to be questioned. Then the neighbors' other kids woke up, and the entire house was watching me and my mom scream at each other.
Oh my God.
Eventually calmed down.
Child, baby.
And the baby went back in my room. But once she was asleep, I pushed the crib into the bathroom. And she wasn't discovered until this morning when the baby's dad found her in there. Now they're mad at me, but I'm pissed at them and my mom. My mom keeps calling me a brat, and the neighbors have already scolded me for what I did. So I retorted by calling them shitty parents who want to pawn their baby off on me, so instead of taking care of her themselves. Now my mom's blaming me for the current tension in the house. Who's the bad guy here?
No shit! Wow! Whoa!
You raised your child wrong. Just saying that.
What's that?
Good job.
Do you guys want to know how old he is?
Yeah. Oh.
Please.
Oh. Wait. Let's all guess.
Okay, guess. Kevin?
I'm gonna guess 15.
Ooh, solid guess. Blakely?
I'm going to guess 12.
I'm going with the show-stopping 18.
You are all wrong. This guy is 23 years old.
Shut the fuck up! Shut the fuck up!
Are you kidding me? We already had a child at 20.
We were parents
You
at
were-
23.
Whoa. Okay. Wow. Oh man.
Oh.
Okay. Let's talk this one out.
How about you get the fuck out because you're an adult?
Well,
That's
I mean,
my
he
take.
could be.
That's my take.
He could be home from college.
Get the fuck
I mean,
out.
I was 23 and coming home from college. Still lived at
Putting
home for a
babies in the
little bit.
hallway.
Putting them in the bathroom.
Putting
Okay,
babies in the
here's
bathroom.
all right. Here's wow.
What?
Okay. I can't. Somebody else needs to start. I can't handle this.
Like, why didn't he go sleep on the couch? Like, I don't understand. Like, if he had such a big issue with it, maybe be like, hey, can we try to do something else? I understand. There was no sympathy. Zero. Not an ounce of sympathy in any word you said, Christy. Not a
I'm
single
thinking,
fucking one.
This guy, his parents, his sister, 2 other adults, 2 children, and a baby. It's a lot in a house. I can't imagine that there was better room to do things like...
Right.
If he had maybe wanted to give up his room, I bet there was a better arrangement.
Mm-hmm.
I bet, but I'm sure that would be even worse because that's his space.
Right. So here's the thing.
And I bet, I feel like the parents were probably like thinking the baby's going to be the least of a burden in his room for him. Like if it was another kid, they would be messing with his stuff and then he'd be like, somebody broke my shit.
Right.
Because, see, that's seems like him.
My thought is like, number one, why weren't the parents sleeping with or in the same room as the baby? Because
that's
to
a
me,
great
that
point.
makes the most sense.
Just,
like,
because they're having an orgy in the other room. I mean, that's clearly what was happening.
that's got to be the only logistical reason as to why this is.
They were swapping. That's what was happening in the other room.
So
that's not what was happening.
But like,
no, that's what. It was a lights out party.
No, because there would be no kids in the house for that kind of party.
Well,
anyways, if this was like a 13-year-old kid, I could kind of understand his reaction.
That's exactly how a 13-year-old would react.
He's angsty. He's annoyed. Yeah. He doesn't know how to deal with stress and this kind of tension. He doesn't know how to deal with his emotions. Motherfucker's 23 years old.
Sympathy is hard.
He's an adult. He is a full-blown adult. Okay?
Can you imagine if we were like, we don't want kids in our bedroom? Oh, wait, I just had one. You better not want it in your bedroom.
Yeah.
But like
what?
There was a much better way for him to handle that. And to just quietly slip the baby into the bathroom.
That's psychotic. That's psychotic is what that is. Like, why wouldn't you at least push it into wherever the parents are sleeping?
Or like,
might not have been enough room to fit it in there.
Because they were fucking in the other room.
Would you?
I mean, if they had like an air mattress on the floor, maybe there wasn't space for it.
I mean, maybe, but like, I don't know. The whole situation just seems off. But like, knowing everything that we know, like even considering like, oh well, like maybe the parents like should have taken more responsibility for watching over their child that night. Mm-hmm. Even with that, this dude was a fucking asshole.
Right.
100%.
100%.
Yeah, without a doubt.
See, it's times are tough all over. Like everyone's just trying to get by.
I feel like in devil's advocate here, like there probably could have been a different arrangement. Mm-hmm. There could have been that conversation. But guess what, bitch? There wasn't. You're an adult. You're living at your goddamn parents. You have no fucking say.
Well,
move out. Go do your own goddamn thing.
You hit the nail on the head when this is a trickle down situation because the mom invited the neighbors without asking or telling anybody, and then their son's shitty. Or I'm assuming it's a son. It could be a daughter. I don't know.
Did the mom make here's the thing. Did she ask her husband first? Probably. Did she ask her man-child of a 23-year-old son? Probably not, because it's not his house.
Why the fuck would you?
She doesn't need to.
His house.
Because it's the nice thing to do. You have power.
And the only one that had an issue with it, clearly, was him.
Based on how...
That's what made the tension. And only him and his mom were arguing. He didn't say anybody else was in the argument. He said him and his mom were arguing.
Yeah.
AKA, nobody else had an issue with it.
Yeah.
Except for this man-child.
And based on how that story read, he doesn't have a job. He's broke.
Yes.
He doesn't get a say. He doesn't contribute.
No.
Mike in the chat says, this sounds like Texas in a nutshell. 50% of people looking out for the neighbors, and the other 50 are like, pull them up by the bootstraps.
That sounds, that sounds about right.
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that baby better be pulling them bootstraps. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But is this guy the asshole?
On the other hand, if I was the parent and the
I would have punched that 23-year-old if I was the father.
The baby wouldn't have gone back in that room.
No, you put the baby in the bathroom. I'm punching that.
I have to.
Oh yeah, we're throwing hands.
I can't imagine
For real.
why the baby. Like there had to have been a reason. I can't. Because why would they put it back in
that room?
that
Can you
room?
imagine me if somebody did that to our kid?
All I could imagine is that was the warmest room in the house.
I would go full Apple Store. I would go full Apple Store and full cut me in a line.
Yeah, doesn't happen. Anyway, so unanimous.
Unanimous?
Man-child.
Asshole. Right out of the gate.
That's a good nickname for that guy. Man-child.
Right.
Man-child.
I just wanted to rep our situation from last week a little bit, honestly. It's
worth it.
Worth it.
Good. We're all warming up now.
Yeah, it was 80 degrees yesterday. It's great now.
It was hot.
I'm glad you guys are doing better.
That's right, Lovin's full Apple Store.
Full Apple Store.
All right, story number 2. Am I the asshole for refusing to let a woman take from my greenhouse and threatening to press charges?
Oh, no.
Somebody took one of her plants out of her greenhouse?
You don't steal another person's tomatoes.
I can't tell you.
You're the plant lady.
I can't tell you.
Okay. So wait,
I would
refusing to let a woman
out if somebody took some shit out of my greenhouse.
Right.
I don't have a greenhouse, but if I did, I would freak out because that's some work.
Our house is green.
I'm gonna say no.
This is true.
I'll say no.
You're gonna say no.
I'll say no.
Okay.
Hey, it's your property. You refuse all you want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't take
pressing charges. Bergman, we're gonna need you on this one. All right, Chrissy, here's the story.
Press all the charges.
All right. I live in a nice
cucumbers.
little neighborhood. Everyone knows everybody. We all have our own space, and many have flower gardens. I have a greenhouse in my backyard that is visible from the street and behind a 4-foot picket fence. We got a new neighbor. Haven't had the chance to meet them until today. I have a camera in my yard that notified me of movement near the greenhouse, so I went and checked, and that's when I found a lady and a young teen picking tomatoes and peppers in my greenhouse.
Oh.
What?
That's bold.
I raised my voice and asked what on earth they were doing, and the woman says, "It's fine. I'm friends with the owner."
But wait, isn't the woman the owner?
Wait.
Or the guy? Wait, who, how did the story start?
I asked if she wants to run that by me again, because I'm the owner.
Goddamn right.
And I don't know who the hell they are.
Goddamn right you don't.
When she realized she was caught, she tried to leave with a bag full of vegetables. I told her she isn't leaving with that food. She has 2 minutes to drop it and leave, or I'm pressing charges. She starts crying that she's trying to feed her child and she needs it and that she can't afford this on her record. But I didn't feel like rewarding a theft and took the food from her and called the cops. She's telling everyone I'm the asshole and a toxic man. And though most are telling her she's in the wrong, her friends on Facebook are telling me I'm an asshole and should be ashamed.
Wait, they're all friending each other on Facebook too?
Am I the asshole? Oh.
I'm sure there's one of those communities, like one of those.
That's probably a Facebook
right.
neighborhood community.
Neighborhood thing.
No, absolutely not.
I think he shouldn't have called the cops. I think the stopping at like making her fucking leave and cry without the food was fine. That was good. You did a good job. You fucking humiliated her, and you took the food, and like I feel like that was good. I don't really.
No, you call the cops.
Yeah,
call
because
the cops.
you need to let them know that you're serious.
Because it starts with the tomatoes, and then it goes to your water, your electricity.
Oh,
pretty soon she's showering in your bathroom.
Pretty soon her baby is in your bedroom.
I know the owner.
Just
I like that she had something so quick. Like I knew the owner. Like,
like
that's ballsy as fuck.
Wait. We need to roll back because I really did miss the beginning of the story. So this greenhouse is in the guy's backyard.
Behind his fence, yes.
Behind his fence. But he owns the land, he owns the greenhouse.
Yeah.
That's his property.
Yes.
Okay. So like
she was just making shit up to try to get away with it.
So absolutely he's not the asshole. If she wanted something, she should have asked. Yes. And she shouldn't have lied. See, here's the thing.
They're all friends in that neighborhood. if she had just gotten to know the guy, I bet he would have given her
absolutely.
some tomatoes.
And like, here's the other thing too. Like, she could have maybe made the case of, oh, like, sorry, it was a force of habit. The previous owner used to let me stop by and pick some stuff up. If it's an issue, I'm sorry, I won't do it again.
That would still be a lie because the person who got caught is the new neighbor, and this guy's been living there for years.
Oh, see, I completely... Can you reread the story?
Can you listen?
Pay attention,
Are you
Kevin.
paying attention at all?
No.
I think you are the asshole in this episode so far, sir.
He said
Would
that
you
a new
listen?
neighbor
She's
moved
full
in.
of
He
shit.
hadn't met her
It's
yet
his
until the other day when he found her rifling through his
Okay,
greenhouse.
so this woman is just terrible.
Yes.
Yeah, she's the asshole.
Yes.
I think she's a huge fucking asshole, but I really don't think calling the cops was necessary.
I disagree.
I think she got the message. Everybody else called her out online. I think that was where everybody else was like, okay, I understand it was shitty of her, but then you called the cops. Like, everybody knew she fucked up.
I think he didn't go far enough. There should be a restraining order.
Oh my God.
He should put bars on his windows.
Oh my God.
What I need to know is, would she have given the stuff back if he hadn't called the cops? Because that's not really clear in the story.
No, she was not giving that stuff
I think
back.
she already dropped it. And then he was like, I'm going to call the cops.
Yeah. Does it say how old the woman is in the story? Because this could be important.
It doesn't, but it said that she had a young son.
Okay,
I mean,
so 20, 30-ish.
Probably.
yeah.
Okay. I understand, like, if you're starving.
Then you go ask, though.
Yes, but also, you just bought a house. So, like,
You're starving because you bought a fucking house. We know that life.
I understand that, but that's where ramen noodles come in handy. That's where going to the thrifty shopper come in handy.
Oh, wait. Ooh, wait.
Yeah, but...
Hang on. Ryan Bergman in the chat. True story.
True story.
He remembers another attorney representing someone who had the police called for her in theft for stealing 25 packets of Kool-Aid mix, totaling $4.67. Okay.
Right. And that's the thing what I'm getting at. Like, you're giving her this extra record and shit in front of her child.
You're teaching the child to steal.
Yeah, don't get me wrong. That's fucked up.
Mm-hmm.
And he already called her out, and it's out there. She's already a shitty parent. This child's already fucked up, so it doesn't really matter at that point. But like, doing the extra step of calling the police and making it that much harder for this parent is only hurting the kid. It's only hurting the kid.
You have to draw the line, though, because like, if you don't call the police, then you know there's going to be another incident.
He's got a camera.
I've got a camera. I've got plenty of cameras.
Whoa, hey now.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
How many times did she do it before she got caught? Assuming this is the first time because he had the camera with the motion sensor.
Right.
I think the important part of the story that may be glossed over is he did say, just drop the vegetables or I'm calling the police, and she refused to drop the vegetables.
Yeah, once you've been caught, just leave.
Ma'am,
just leave.
Put
let
the
it go.
vegetables down.
Right. Like that's the other thing. Like, clearly she wasn't thinking properly. I mean, she was stealing vegetables from her fenced neighbor's yard and to begin with, but like, also, you been had, girl.
Mm-hmm.
Drop the shit and go.
He also made a brief edit on his post that said, if she had asked first, by all means, I would have given her a couple peppers, tomatoes, even some squash. But she didn't.
Well, yeah, and that's the thing. Like, sometimes people escalate it. Like, it's not that you wouldn't have done it. It's the fact that you stole it to begin with. It's not the fact that you couldn't have it.
It basically means you're never going to get any. And it's like, just all you've done is freeze
burned
yourself
that
out.
bridge, girl. You burned it down.
So are we all saying she's the asshole?
She is.
Oh yeah. She's the asshole, and then she's also teaching her children to steal. So double asshole.
Twofer. Wow, we're a 2 for 2
ruining
on this
children, gardens, and neighbors.
Well, no, because in the first one you said that they weren't the asshole, and then you changed to they were the asshole. You changed your mind.
He's not listening. Let's be honest. He's barely paying attention.
Unanimous decision.
Can you say
unanimous.
We're double
over
unanimous.
again, Christy?
Double unanimous.
Tell us again.
Story number 3.
All right.
Am I
Oh
the
yeah, I
ass-
like that. Should have said it was a community garden. I thought it was a community garden.
I mean, that would have been more.
That would have
That
been.
would've
Yeah.
been-
Oh yeah,
yeah.
I would have fallen for that.
That would have been a
probably.
great lie,
Like,
yeah.
Yeah. That would I would have been like, oh, maybe it is a community garden here.
I saw it
Yes,
from
please
the
take some.
street.
It would have convinced Kevin to make his
You're like,
greenhouse.
yeah.
Oh, good point. Good point. I
okay.
bought a community garden. How about that?
Are you sure?
Oh my
It was
God.
last time I was here.
All right, Chrissy. What's the next
Okay.
headline?
Am I the asshole for not being welcoming to a new neighbor that has made me uncomfortable?
Ooh.
No.
Do they wave large political flags in their yard?
Like, what's uncomfortable? Because if it's like,
I'm gonna say no. Being unwelcoming and just being rude are different things. If they are in fact unwelcoming in the fact of they just haven't gone over there and given them pie, then I don't care. That's fine. If
Maybe
you're
a little-
unwelcoming as in like I'm being an asshole and egging their house, that ain't cool.
Oh,
man.
yeah. Ooh, wait.
Yeah.
Oh, man. This could go a few different ways.
It
yeah,
sure
I mean, like
could.
if you're unloading your U-Haul and then like the guy across the street's got binoculars,
Right.
just watching you do it, like, yeah, I'm not gonna make friends with that guy.
And then,
But if it's like, if it's something along the lines of like he looked at me weird, then like, okay, you need to give him another chance,
right.
Right.
you know. So I'm gonna say, give people the benefit of the doubt. Yeah, you might be the asshole in this situation.
I'm going to say no.
I'm
Not the
gonna
asshole.
also
stick to
say
that. Yeah,
no.
not the asshole.
Okay. We got a little shake up
Yeah.
this
Little
time.
shake up here.
Okay. I live in a small condo building in a large southern city.
Oh no.
We're all friendly and have spent a lot of time together over the last 10 months.
Mhm.
The majority of us work from home and text throughout the day. One owner
That
decided
works.
to move out and listed her unit for rent.
Oh.
The following events have all happened with the new tenant. 1. I went to throw away trash in the dumpster outside our building. I discovered 2 masked men using a flashlight to look into our utility closet. I asked what they're doing, and they advised that they are there to tour a unit and looking for the stairs. The utility closet does not look like an entrance. It's covered in lattice, and it has no light. I asked them to leave as that was not an entrance. I informed the HOA. We purchased a combination lock for the utility closet. 2.
Mhm.
A few weeks later, we are informed that the unit has been rented. I again go to throw away trash, and a male, mid-20s, gets out of a car and tells me they're the new tenant and need the code to access the entrance. I told him to contact his landlord for the code. I was uncomfortable providing it since I did not know who he was. They proceeded to
Correct.
block me and tell me that they need the code. They want to move items in. I can trust them and just give it to them. I am
Yes.
Fuck that.
extremely
No.
uncomfortable
As
as
you
I am
should be.
alone in a parking lot with a man that I have told no to, who is not listening to no. I finally relent, walk to the front door, and enter the code. He commented he wouldn't look at me entering the code since it was such a secret. I ignore his comment and walk away, and inform our text chain of these events. 3. A few days later, at the end of the workday, I get up to close my blinds as it's dark out and my lights are on. This new tenant is standing on the other side of the window staring into my unit. One of my male neighbors has become friendly with this tenant and tells him that I do not like him and lists the reasons above. This male neighbor has called me a bitch and said I should be friendlier and I am making the new tenant feel unwelcome. I explained that as a woman, this man has made me uncomfortable and I have no obligation to be friendly with him.
Oh,
As he's a tenant,
fuck.
he's not on any HOA emails and should be communicating with his landlord. Standard practice for our building for tenants. The female neighbors in the building all agree with me and have stated my feelings are valid. Our building
Yeah.
is clearly divided on this issue, with the men telling the women to be more welcoming, the women explaining that the women don't have to be friendly with anyone that they choose not to be friendly with. I'm constantly being told that I'm being a bitch by the male neighbor and for not being friendly with the new tenant. The new tenant has now left a bottle of wine and a card at my door, and I want to place them back at his door and to continue not to communicate with them. By the way, this happened to be my favorite bottle of wine, and I have not told him what my favorite bottle of wine is.
No.
Am I being the asshole in this situation?
No, you are not. You are not. Buy a gun. That would be my recommendation. Buy a gun, train on it weekly, learn it. Just have an exit strategy if you need one. Get you a great deal on a gun safe.
Motherfucker.
BrainWreckShow@gmail.com.
Yes.
This is terrifying.
I'm uncomfortable.
The most terrifying thing to me is that none of the other male tenants see an issue with it.
How fucked up is that?
Like none of them are like, "Oh, she felt uncomfortable. Okay, that's her prerogative. We'll try to help the situation by making him aware that what he did was uncomfortable."
Yeah.
No, they're all like, "Yeah, this bro's cool. We're all like, you guys are bitches. How come you can't just be cool about it?"
How dare you not give the
Love-
code to our building to a complete stranger?
Yeah. Love it in the chat.
Lovins has a point. He might have seen her throw away those bottles of wine. She's clearly got a drinking problem. When they met at the dumpster,
Here's the thing.
he was just being observant.
If I was in her shoes, they probably wouldn't fit. But if I was in the situation,
Fair.
But they look damn good, Kevin.
Yes, stylish as fuck.
If I was in her situation and I saw two dudes in masks, like how long? Like is this pre-COVID or?
No, this is during.
No, these are COVID masks.
Okay.
She's just.
But
she's just specifying that they were in masks.
So
she couldn't
it was
see
dark out. They had masks on, and they were shining a light into her utility closet. So yeah.
Okay, so if I see that, I'm gonna be like,
they weren't ski
hey,
masks,
dudes.
but they were still enough to mask their face.
Yeah.
So she was questioning it.
I'd be like, hey dudes, what the fuck are you doing? Like, get the
'cause
fuck
you're
out
a
of
guy.
there. That's not
You
where
would
you
say
belong. And then the whole thing with the code. I wouldn't give anybody the fucking code. Hell no.
Fuck off.
Hell no.
Fuck off.
I'm the type of person who if I see somebody who I don't recognize trying to make their way into the building I live in and I'm going in at the same time, I will shut the door if they're far enough away.
People steal packages in our building all the time.
I did yell at a lady that wouldn't give me the code for an elevator once. I followed her and yelled at the elevator at her. She was a bitch, though.
Well, that's a woman on woman thing. That's not creepy guy and mask on woman.
It was because she was an older lady and I am not, and I don't know. She felt threatened by me and didn't think I belonged in the penthouse section of the resort that I was staying because I'm too young to be in a penthouse.
Oh yeah, of course. There's no chance.
So when I got in the elevator and she was standing next to the buttons to put the code in, she wouldn't do it. She was like, "Go ahead." And I'm like, "No, you go ahead," because she's standing next to the thing. And then she wouldn't do it. And she said, "Get out." She made me get out of the fucking elevator. And I was like, "Are you kidding?" So I went back and I grabbed my key and I ran up the stairs. And when the door opened, I screamed that she was a bitch.
Jesus.
But this lady, she is in all the rights.
All the right.
All the rights. And frankly, the gentlemen that live in that building, sirs, we need to have a talk. We need to have a conversation.
You're ruining it for all of us.
You really are.
You really are. You're the
guy's
problem.
a bad guy.
You're the reason
You are the problem.
why
Yes.
things are the way they are.
That is correct.
Yeah.
There's things on the internet.
You don't get to tell women that they can't feel uncomfortable.
Absolutely
just to let you guys know out there, any guys, you don't get to tell us that we can't feel uncomfortable
That's
and
what's
that
up.
we need to be more welcoming.
I think
you have
the
no
best part
say in
is, at any point, he could have just apologized and not stood outside of her window staring at her while she was in her apartment.
That
problem
seals it right there.
solved.
You could have just said, "Hey, sorry, we got off on the wrong foot. It was frustrating trying to move in, but I'm your new neighbor, and I hope that we can start again."
Right.
No hard
that would be
feelings.
a normal thing to do.
Here's your favorite bottle of wine I saw through your window.
Really, the only thing she was
From what I can tell, this is
seeking
your favorite type of
was
perfume
to
as
be
well,
left
too.
alone.
Fenton, the
I know you
gentlemen
really like
are
popcorn.
not gentlemen there.
Yeah, it's just you don't get to say that we can't feel uncomfortable.
Oh,
That's all there is
Lordy.
to
She
it.
does
That's
just
all
want
there
to
is
be
to
left
it.
alone at this point. I mean,
Right.
you
She does.
can you really? You can't really blame her.
So I think this is unanimous.
Oh,
Not the asshole.
Not just him, the entire male population of this complex.
In this complex.
In this
all
complex.
assholes.
Hashtag not
Guys,
all.
not
Not all
All men.
complexes.
To be fair, thank you. Not all men. I appreciate that.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's nice to have you guys on
dear
our
God.
side.
Dear
Yeah, it's hard
Yeah.
being
No.
a guy.
Yeah, you know.
It's so hard being a man. I
Is
know.
it like a small complex? It must be really small. This is what I'm thinking. Like, there's not a
sounds
ton
like
of
it's
people.
a
Oh yeah, that guy
close-knit
is really
community.
small.
Maybe
Yeah,
it's
oh,
that
yeah,
complex
he
we
is.
tried to move into.
Wait, what?
That condo
It's
we
like,
tried to buy.
like a six
Oh.
building thing or
Maybe
something
it's
like
exactly
that.
one.
Is it?
No, I'm just.
Oh.
She
It was
could
a
eat
small
her
condo
feelings
complex,
like every
maybe.
other woman. She could, but she doesn't have to.
Best part is she's on the
That's
second
true.
floor. How was he floating?
Because he was
Does
looking
it
in.
say that? Oh my God.
No, wait. Does it say that?
I'm-
Well, I mean, I assume that there's like
Some
a walkway.
complexes have windows by their front door.
Maybe they've got one of those like atriums, like in the middle, and you can what's
No,
that?
'cause, like, I-
Quality Inn.
I assume that like she was on.
It doesn't say she's on the second floor.
Yeah.
So he was looking for the stairs because he was probably on the second floor.
Yeah.
Oh, he
Um,
was looking down.
No, he was just
No,
standing
he
outside of
was
her
just,
window.
like,
He was
standing
just
on the
standing
sidewalk.
outside her window, nondescript.
Lordy.
Lots of places have windows
Oh,
right by their front
Lovins
doors.
is
Anyway,
joking.
Lovins is
He's
love it,
just
man.
fucking with us. God damn it.
Damn it, Lovins, you made us think too hard.
All right.
Our brains only work for so long, okay?
All right, so unanimously, this creeper dude
Creeper.
and all of his creeper friends.
and all of his
Terrible.
creeper friends,
Awful
just because he
person.
bought a round at the bar, like
Oh, maybe he
doesn't
bought
mean he's a
them
good
all
guy.
their favorite booze.
Oh,
I mean, he's clearly,
he's sucking up now.
yeah.
Ew. I don't like this guy.
No.
I'm uncomfortable.
Oh, like
You're
him either.
uncomfortable and you're not even a female.
That's very true.
It's true. I've got one more story.
Yay!
One more.
One more story.
Okay.
Am I the asshole for running outside topless to my own clothesline?
Hell no.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You do you, girl.
Wait,
I mean, how do you know it's a girl?
wait. To be fair, how do we know this is a woman?
Because nobody gives a fuck when guys do it.
I mean, some might.
Would,
Saying
would-
some-
would you
some
mind?
might.
Would
Huh?
you mind?
I mean, I'd go out topless.
But would anybody care?
I would hope
Nobody
so.
cares because you're a guy. If you're a girl,
If nobody cares, then obviously I'm doing something wrong. That's all.
Kevin, you want somebody to care?
I just want
we
somebody to
we'll
care about what I'm
all
doing.
ogle you. Don't worry, it'll be fine.
I care.
Oh, thank you.
We'll all ogle you. We'll make you feel very validated. Okay, Kevin.
Thank you.
Mike cares about you, Kevin.
Eh,
If you're in the chat and you care about Kevin, please let him know. He
Please
needs to know.
validate Kevin. He's needing it right
he's
now.
barely paying
He needs-
attention. He's under a lot of
He needs
stress.
to know.
Things are happening.
Tell him
he
he's
just
got
needs
nice
love.
pecs, and
there's
we
a-
can all
oh,
move
holy
on
shit,
with
a
our
cat
story.
just poked me. What's
See, he's
See, he-
validating you too.
Yeah, he
Cat
loves
just
you.
came over and
Gwen
said hi.
says that she loves you.
I don't believe her.
All right.
Lovin says the
I
twist is
say
gonna be
hell
awesome.
no. Tell me more,
This
Chrissy.
is gonna be awesome.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I was running late for work, so I jumped
Okay.
out of bed and stripped down ready for a shower. I realized that there were no towels in the bathroom, so I ran down the hallway to check the cupboard, but remembered that they were all out on the clothesline, ready to be brought in. I decided to quickly race outside and grab one because it's only about 15 steps from the back door anyway. Our
Mhm.
yard is fairly private. A few neighbors' windows face our yard, but their curtains are shut 99% of the time. And two houses have balconies overlooking our yard, but they're never outside.
Never.
I ran back inside, jumped in the shower, got dressed, and headed out to the door. As I was about to pull out of my driveway, a police car pulled in. They said they had
What?
reports of a woman running around topless in the street.
What?
I was extremely embarrassed,
Oh my god.
but explained the situation to them, and after a good laugh, They left. When
Okay.
I got home
Fuck
from work,
that person.
I checked the letterbox and found a note saying, "Put a shirt on next time, you tart. Nobody wants to see your tits." I'm so embarrassed by this, but don't really feel as though I did anything wrong.
Absolutely not.
I don't know which neighbor left the
Somebody's
note,
jealous.
but I was in my own yard, and it was seriously only 20 seconds. Am I the asshole?
Hell no.
Somebody's jealous
Hell
of
no.
your tart ass, girl.
Yeah. I don't see
I don't
any
know.
issue
You
with it.
can't call the cops on somebody in their own fucking yard.
Yeah,
I mean, Bergman's got a point. Like Kool-Aid, you call the police. Like you just there's got to be a record on file with the. I mean, that's how this man makes his money. So like, I'm on board
Lots
with
of people
Bergman.
sunbathe nude in their own fucking yards.
Lovitz
I
wants
will
to know
say-
if there are pictures.
There are no pictures.
Okay.
Do you want
I
to know?
mean,
No, I don't need to know.
Was
I got my
mad
imagination.
and also accommodating and called them a tart. So
I will
they're
s-
just jealous.
I don't know because I'm on the fence on, and I don't think she's in the wrong, but I will say that there have been times when I wake up, and I sleep in the boxer shorts.
Yeah.
I'm comfortable.
Yeah.
I want to be cool.
Yeah.
When I sleep, and
Are you allowed to call the cops on somebody if they walk past their own window naked?
hold on.
Like that's kind of the thing. You can't. You don't.
I
what
mean,
happened?
you might be able to. I mean, listen,
No,
No.
you
i-
can't.
if
No.
that's
You
illegal, then I should be in
absolutely
jail.
cannot. We
Yeah.
all should.
Yeah.
Nobody
Yeah.
doesn't.
Yeah.
Everybody
Yeah.
does that.
Yeah.
I mean,
Literally everybody.
Yeah.
our blinds are open.
I mean,
naked
we
right
have
now.
we have no coverings on our window. We have had no coverings on our window for years.
Yeah.
Years. Our neighbors, they know a lot.
I
I'm
will
sure.
say though, for my story, I got up, and the first thing I do when I wake up is I go let the dog out. So
Who-
I
who? Oh, so you
one-
let the dog out.
Oh, woof, woof, woof. So I go and let the dog out. I open the door, and I'm just like, I'm half awake. Open up the door, let the dog out, and I just keep the door open. I'm watching the dog, and then I look to like the far corner of my backyard, and I just see a guy smoking a stove, looking at me,
Yeah.
and I'm literally in my boxers, and like we're making eye contact.
Oh, yeah, you are.
Like at this point,
You keep that
And-
eye
Was
contact
this
firm.
the people with the truck?
yeah. And so like
I was like, those are the only people that can see into our yard,
Yeah.
and they have to be at their door.
yes, and he's smoking his stove, and he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and he's looking at me, and I'm looking at him, and I just go,
So, what you gonna do?
and then he
Bergman.
just goes and walks inside.
Bergman coming
Uh,
in with some potential
Depending
legal
upon the
advice.
state, there might be
Indecency laws at play.
At play, the lawn could be declared a public space.
Also, not legal advice.
Not legal advice.
How could your
a
own
possibility.
Just a
your
thought.
own lawn be public
Maybe
space?
because
though?
it's viewable and open.
So, just a little FYI, based on the language used and the fact that all of these words have extra U's in them, this is in the UK.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. We don't know
Oh.
their laws.
Oh, chip and all that.
Chip, chip.
Yeah.
Cheerio.
Oi.
I'm in a fantastic sewing group that is full of saucy British ladies, and it's my favorite thing ever.
Very nice.
The boxers were closed in the front, Lovins. Like, come on, I'm a decent man.
Mine weren't.
I don't think you have any that don't open.
Well, typically, if they got like the open pee hole, I have you sew them shut for me.
yeah, he doesn't.
So-
he
That's
doesn't like that
inconvenient.
shit.
Wait, what?
He doesn't like that.
I don't like the pee hole
Why?
because I don't pee through the hole.
What do you pee out of?
I mean, I pee out of
Do
my
you-
pee hole, but like if I'm
What
going,
do you? Excuse me, Kevin. Do we need an anatomy lesson?
No, I
But, like-
but like
The pee comes out of the urethra, Kevin.
do you
but
like,
no, but like
do,
I'm
do,
not.
do you
I'm
like
not the
drop
dude
them down
that,
to your
like-
ankles and like go hands to the sky?
Absolutely.
Well, yeah, no.
Yes.
Can we talk about lounge pants for a second?
Okay, yes,
like I know you
please.
girls with your pockets, like you got some issues, but
We don't
but
have
guys,
There's no
those.
pocket.
We don't have issues. We just don't have them.
well, I know, and that's an issue, and we're on your side.
Mhm.
But for guys with our lounge pants, how come there's always that little button in the front? Like nobody uses that. Nobody
I
is
use it.
unbuttoning. Fuck you, whipping out
First
the
of all,
shit.
use like
a lot of people use that.
yeah,
Just
it's
sew it
the
up.
convenience
Sew it up.
factor. Man,
I think you're actually the only person I know that has never
No, this is
used
bullshit.
the
This is
fly
bullshit.
portion.
No, I'm not wrong here.
So
I mean,
who's
you're
the
not
asshole
wrong.
here, guys? We
Nobody
never
said you were wrong.
We got final deliberations to make.
I'm gonna say this. I don't think this woman is an asshole. I think
no.
shit happens. I mean, like the amount of times where like I've been taking a shower.
Not even a shit happens.
But is the
Just,
neighbor an asshole?
Oh yes, like that
Absolutely.
neighbor needs to mind their own damn business.
Yeah, I'm saying nosy neighbor's the
Yeah.
asshole, and that it's a she, and she's an old biddy
Yes.
that is just
Yes.
jealous that this
Yes.
chick is a tart, in her words.
Yeah.
Just-
Once the word tart was thrown around, I'm like, this is some older woman.
So it doesn't necessarily
This is
have to be an older woman. Again, UK, different language used over there. It could just be, like a mid-20s woman who's got a husband, and she's like, I don't want my husband looking out his window and seeing that set of tits.
That's true.
Either way, old biddy, she's jealous.
Insecure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of
I'm
insecurity
Look at all
goes
the
on.
tits you want, Dan. That's fine. I don't care.
Oh, I can look at tits?
When could you have not looked at tits?
Oh, I just don't.
Didn't you guys watch Game of Thrones? Like,
We're
not
couldn't-
allowed to watch Game of
We couldn't
Thrones.
get past
You
the
can't.
family fucking.
It breaks rule number 1.
it does.
It breaks rule number
does.
one.
And there's a lot more
Mm.
dong.
There's a lot more dong.
I mean, there's
There's
less
a lot of
dong than
There's
boobs. Like,
it's like a 2
what
to 1.
show has more dong than boobs?
yeah, not a
None.
single one.
Ever.
No.
I mean,
Ever.
Ooh.
I saw a lot of dick in that
The
show.
Simpsons movie. The Simpsons
That
movie.
had one. That had one.
One penis.
One penis.
No boobs.
Fight
What?
Club.
There you go.
There you go.
Wow.
Did Fight Club have tits?
Yeah, there was boobies in
Probably.
Fight Club. And then
That was a
was
sex
it?
scene.
and then a giant wang at the end.
Yes.
Yeah,
Equal opportunity.
Cool.
equal. Yeah.
So
Like I said, 2 to
Bergman's
1.
got some more legal advice for everybody,
Okay.
not legal
wait.
advice.
Chip chip cheerio.
Wait.
Under the Sexual
yeah.
Offenses Act of 2003, it is not an offense for a person to appear naked in public, but it becomes offense if it can be proved that the person stripped off with the intention
To cause distress, alarm, or outrage.
Oh,
outrage.
so she's completely innocent.
Yeah,
She did no
Innocent.
crime.
She did no crime.
Wait, are these Bergman? I mean, I know, not legal advice, disclaimers,
So
etc.
they have to be doing it with intent.
Yeah.
Is this the same laws in the UK?
Well, he said it's from the UK.
Yeah. That
Oh,
is
it's from the UK.
Yeah.
That was, yeah.
Okay.
Per an article in Cambridge, UK. Yeah, it's not like she was running around being like, "Hey, look at my titties, fish and chips."
She was just like,
She was
I need
just
that
like,
towel.
"I need a towel
Yeah.
because I got to go to work."
Yep.
And Patrick Fenton is right. You learn a lot on this show.
You do. We are. Listen, this is
We
an
educate.
educational program. At the end of the day,
Educate.
as much as it is a game show, and a reason for us to just deal with our mental insanity.
And you
Yes.
get to
It's a
learn a
learning
little bit
experience.
about
Yeah.
us as well.
Cultures.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I never knew that Axe
Dan gets
hated
to
the
look
pee
at all
hole,
the tits he wants as long as I get to look too.
and he
Yeah,
can look at
which-
boobies. Can I look
Yeah,
at boobies?
and you should sew up your pee
Depends
hole.
on the boobies.
Okay, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
Respect.
Quid pro quo.
It's got it,
Context.
everybody has
Boobies
to be
within
okay with
context.
It. No. This is true.
Consent
All right.
Okay. Yeah. Where the fuck are
We
going?
have got one
Exactly.
last event of the evening, and that
Actually,
is,
2.
I mean, I consider them the same
Ah,
kind
okay,
of
that's fair.
event. Like, it's the ultimate. So, of
Oh, that's
tonight,
right.
who is
Ooh.
our biggest asshole?
Oh.
Let's
ooh.
do a
Recap.
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 Please recap.
We've got the 24-year-old who is upset that his mother made a baby sleep in his bedroom,
Oh, that one's hard to beat.
That-
and he pushed it into the bathroom.
He put it in multiple
Bathroom.
rooms.
Fucking A.
We've
Fucking
got
A.
the woman who stole vegetables from a greenhouse and lied to the
Lied.
owner, saying that she knew the owner and this was
She knew the
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
We've got the neighbor who was really creepy when he moved into his condo and now is upset that all the women don't like him.
These are all such terrible people.
And now we've got the woman who called her neighbor a tart for running her in her backyard naked to get a towel.
Okay, well, I think tart tits is off the table.
Yeah,
Everything off.
unfortunately, she
I
as
think-
shitty as that neighbor is, like
That's
It
not
doesn't go-
like
we all have had that
right.
stupid bitty neighbor that has to call whoever they can on somebody at the drop of a hat.
It's
like
an
we've all had
understandable
that person.
offense.
Yeah.
So I think she's not even in question. That story.
No.
So no.
Man-child's
pretty bad.
Man-child's pretty bad.
I would Greenhouse Thief's bad.
I would actually put it between Man-child and the
creepy neighbors.
The creepy neighbor.
Yeah, I think we gotta agree with that. Those are the two.
Yeah, see, I would. Yeah.
Here is my dilemma with the guy in the condo.
What does everybody think in the chat?
The
we gotta know what everybody else thinks.
The condo is. It seems like that story is more of a community against one.
It's like half a community versus half a community.
Yeah.
Really.
Okay.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like a split community, but it seems like this guy is just who he is, but the community around his side just made things worse.
Oh, for sure.
You know what I mean?
Sure.
So like,
yeah, like if nobody came to his side, like if none of the other guys were like, yeah, man, she should go for it, then everybody would have been telling him he's wrong, and there would be no issue.
So far, we have 3 for Man-child.
We do have 3.
Bergman, Lovins,
I honestly,
Synergy
Man-child was
Design.
my top pick.
What's up?
Thanks for joining.
Thing that is he has no sympathy. That's what gets it for me. He has zero sympathy.
Which guy is this?
The Man-child.
The Man-child? Okay, yeah.
He's got zero sympathy, and he can't even understand any aspect of what's going on around him.
Okay, Ashton, just to catch you up, because you missed the first story. Neighbors were invited over during the blackouts.
In Texas last week.
In Texas last week, they put the baby in the room, and this 23-year-old dude pushed the baby
into his sister's room first.
Into his sister's room, and then into the bathroom because it was making quote-unquote baby noises.
Not crying or anything, but baby noises.
Crying.
And he couldn't handle it.
And he said his mom was acting like the mom from Malcolm in the Middle.
Yep.
Which, like, just the fact that he said that makes me want to slap him.
Yeah, he's terrible.
This guy is basically...
Oh, it's Corey.
Yes.
Wonderful.
Fantastic.
Yeah.
I
think Man-child does it for me.
Yeah.
Because that could constitute like child abuse,
child neglect.
Right. Bergman, what's the language?
No, he's not getting involved.
Yeah, he got pissed off and he was like, "My mom's a fucking bitch," basically.
Also, Bergman throws in, worth noting, complete disrespect to the mom, causing a total blow up. Ashton's now deaf on the Man-child. He put a baby in danger.
Yeah.
He did put a baby in danger.
And he had no sympathy for it and thought he was in the right, to the point where he was attempting to call out the parents, even though they're in such a dire strait that they're actually staying with their neighbors.
They have no power or water.
What parent of multiple children wants to put their neighbor in the position of taking care of them and their children?
Right.
None of them. Like, that's a lot. That's a big burden. Most parents know that that's fucking shitty.
Right.
So, yeah. Man-child is my vote.
I think I gotta go with Man-child.
I think we're unanimous.
Oh my god, we haven't been unanimous in a while.
It's been a while, yeah. Even the chat's unanimous on this one.
Wow.
I think
putting a baby in a bathroom.
Yeah, it would have been
honestly
the condo neighbor for me, but knowing that it was that story seemed to be more about the community rallying around him.
Right.
I was like,
right.
It's too much to put on
like
just
he
him,
was
it's not just him.
For sure.
Yeah.
He was a terrible person, but like it would have stopped if the neighborhood had also stopped.
Yeah.
Now,
so the big question of the night.
Corey in the chat says, Man-child may be giving Pad Dad a run for his money.
Would you like
Christy,
to recap
could you please
Pad Dad for anybody that has not heard that tale?
Reigning champion from the first episode of the year, Pad Dad.
It was a good episode too.
So good.
The dad who makes his daughter do chores, but not his son, to pay for her extracurriculars, because her extracurriculars are things like dance and choir, but his son does worthwhile things like sports.
That could totally get him to college one day.
He could get into college for that. Like,
my God. He could have a career with sports.
Yeah, he can get his ass
Singing
kicked in the bathroom.
And dancing and then that flashy stuff now.
And he told his daughter when she started acting up, not wanting to do chores anymore, that he was going to stop buying her pads.
Because she realized it wasn't fucking fair. And so he's like, now I'm not going to provide sanitary items for you. Those necessities that I'm supposed to provide as a parent.
And I would say he drove his daughter out of the home.
He did. He literally
yes. And for anybody that doesn't know, she is in a safe place now. She's living with her aunt that also hates the guts out of this dad.
Yep.
Nice. Okay. So, yeah, Bergman, you got it. Thank you.
Pad dad, man child. What are we doing?
I mean, as much as I hate the man child, they're not family. They're not family.
I will also say this about the man child. I still think that there are elements to that story where
I really want to hear the mom's side.
I really want to hear the mom's side.
There's a lot of missing information.
And I really want to know why that baby wasn't spending the night with the parents.
All I could think is that it had to do with heat allocation. Because in the blackouts, even if they had their power back, they probably couldn't get heat all the way up.
Perhaps. And that's very plausible. But why were the parents with the baby? To me...
Well, I think that he conveniently probably left out why they weren't. That's gonna be my guess, because there was probably
didn't fit his narrative.
There was probably a reason why, but if he would have said it, then it would have made sense.
We've got a lot for Pad Dad in the chat, just so you know.
Chat really loves Pad Dad.
I mean,
loves to hate Pad Dad.
I understand this hatred.
Pad Dad is pretty bad.
At the end of the day, for me,
they get to go back home and this baby is fine.
They never have to speak to that family again.
But the mother, on the other hand, realizes now that she raised a terrible man-child and that has no sympathy and is probably a sociopath.
They've got some stuff they need to work on.
Yeah, hopefully she can get him into some therapy and help with his mental health, and maybe he could learn some sympathy.
That's a bold statement, Patrick. Pad Dad won't lose. Are you predicting that Pad Dad goes the distance
for a full year?
Christy,
we're only a couple months into this year.
We're only
we do this every week.
Yeah,
like
wait, just so we're clear, is
what's
it Pad
the official
Dad?
Vote?
Pad Dad.
I have to go with Pad Dad as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Pad
you
Dad.
really
The reigning.
You can't beat out that kind of trauma. No. You can't.
It's the trauma.
It's there's so
Pad Dad
trauma.
Continues to be the reigning, defending, universal, royal asshole of this show.
I even think that he ruined the son, honestly.
There's going to be some trauma there, too.
That's what I'm saying. And the son has to stay with this kind of activity.
I mean, listen, he's benefiting.
Well, here's what's going to happen.
That might be worse.
Yeah,
he's teaching his son to be just as much of an asshole.
Yes, because what's going to happen is the son is going to pick up those shitty traits. And eventually he's going to get into a relationship where he treats his significant other like his father's treating his sister. And he's going to have a rude fucking awakening.
I will say that the son was on the daughter's side.
Yeah, the son was on the daughter's side. Yeah. And maybe him seeing the aunt being that upset and the rest of the family being that upset at him, maybe he will learn that that's not the right thing to do, hopefully.
He's still not learning how to take care of himself or do chores, which is going to hurt his future family.
Right.
Yeah, no. I mean, the kid's so fucked up because he's still with the dad, but it's fucked up for a different reason.
Yeah, the son's going to end up cheating on his wife with his wife's sister. I mean, that's what's going to happen.
It's quite possible.
Heard those stories.
We've heard this.
We've heard those stories before. Subscribe and ring that notification.
I love how the story wasn't even really about that. Like the story, like the asshole part of it wasn't even the fact.
No, it was about Christmas.
Yeah,
really about that, which was great.
Now, okay, we're
if
talking
you haven't
here.
Seen that? That's a previous episode. Tune to previous episodes.
We're talking here about
assholes.
Is there a possibility for Pad Dad to be defeated? Now, we are doing this show now every single week. And Kristen, would you like to give the folks at home just a little bit of a taste of what they can expect?
That's not a word. I don't know how many times I have to tell you. That's not a word.
I can tell you what next week's theme is.
We have a theme for next week
we
already?
We have next week's theme.
Oh my God, this is exciting.
This
is
so
a first. I didn't even know this was coming. This is great.
So next week, tune in if you want to see the audacity of these assholes.
Oh.
Oh.
The audacity.
The audacity.
Okay.
Oh.
Are there Southern bells in this?
Maybe.
We don't know.
Is there oh, bless their heart.
I guarantee that
Sweet
there's going to
summer
be
child.
some runners.
You got some
in
runners?
next week's episode.
What?
For
Okay,
Pad
let me
Dad?
ask you this, and you can be as vague about it as you want, because you've been doing a ton of work, and it's so freaking awesome how much work you've been doing for this show.
Thank
you
you,
have
Chrissy.
everybody should give Christy props because, like, literally, this show would not exist without her. Because, like, Axe and I were bullshitting one night on Brain. I almost called it Brainstormers. One night on Brainwreck.
That's not the right thing.
And we did an impromptu "Am I the Asshole?" and it blew up, and we had so much fun with it that we turned it into a completely separate show. And so,
then
like,
you guys let me on.
Yeah.
Thanks.
And Blakely brings a whole new flavor and vibe to it, which is awesome. We got the chat involved. Christy's been the driving force
I'm
to this
just glad
show.
to have another woman around.
I mean, it's, you know what? We need more women. Like, realistically, yeah.
Yeah, you do.
And you guys,
Yeah, you guys
we're trying to
do.
get the two of
Then
you
we
to
can
start
rein
your
you
own
in a little
separate
bit,
show.
both of you.
This is an equal show. It's an equal show.
But you have months worth of stories queued up.
I can't wait for
Please.
some of the surprises I've got in store for you guys.
Oh my
Hypothetically, do you believe that at some point this year, Pad Dad will be defeated?
I know for a fact that Pad Dad will be defeated.
Oh my God.
Yes.
This
If
is why
that's
you
not
want to
reason-
tune in every single
If
week.
that's not a reason to subscribe,
I'm so
I'm not in a
Right
hurry to
now.
get there, but we will.
Okay.
Oh, she knows too. She's like,
Yeah.
she's gonna sprinkle them in.
oh,
Yes.
This is the
Sprinkle
wizard at
it.
work.
Oh.
yes.
So be
Gives
sure
me
to
the
like,
chills.
share, and subscribe. Listen, we're on a bunch of different streaming platforms right now. Our main source is YouTube. That's where we're doing everything from Brain Rack on Wednesdays to Don't Be an Asshole on Thursdays. We've got archives of, Axe's
There's no
vlogs.
girls on Brainwreck though. Just let you
There's
know.
no, yeah. We're trying to get Girl Pockets up and running. That's
Girl
a potential.
Pockets
When we get some time, we're gonna try to get that. We're gonna have more video game stuff coming to you. We're gonna have some other stuff coming to you. So be sure to subscribe on YouTube. We're almost at 50. Like, we've been getting a consistent amount of subscribers every week. We want to bump those numbers up. We need to blow
It's
the fuck
just
up.
fun judging
Yeah.
people.
So
I'm just gonna throw that out there. We get to judge assholes.
Yeah,
It's
it's
Like
great.
you, this
As
is
much as
guilt-free
it's positive,
judgment.
yeah.
You
I
can't
know,
judge people in
but
real
they're
life, but you
asking
can
for
come
it,
here
okay?
every Thursday night and judge your heart out.
yeah.
Without feeling guilty. They're asking. Okay, we're just
Exactly.
giving
Yeah.
them
They
what
want
they
to
want.
know.
They want to know.
They
wanna
want to
know.
know.
And God damn it,
Yeah.
we're gonna tell them.
Try
We're
it
gonna
out.
Tell them.
So
Yeah.
So be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on social media. Brainwreck Show across the board. And that's going to do it for this week. And thank you all for tuning in. We really
Yes.
like everybody in the chat. It's so fun to have
You
you
guys
here
are
each
awesome.
and every week.
Yeah.
You really bring a new fun flavor and vibe to the show, and we really appreciate that. So for this week, I'm Kevin Graham.
I'm Christy.
I'm Blakely K.
And I'm Jason.
And we'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.